Hey guys, thanks for joining. Those that are here now. If you don't know me, my name is Keith, and we have a small unboxing to do. I'm just scrolling right now. Sandy, hello. Canasteel Valley, hello. Mel, Carol, Jeff, Skitty, thanks for joining. Um, so I got a small box. Some of it is stuff for tanks, and some of it is stuff for tubs or ponds. So um, not a lot of stuff this week. Um, I would have got stuff in yesterday, but during concerning the current political situation down in Florida, there was a boycott by the workers at the nursery, and they took a week off. So they did not ship anything for a week. So usually our stock ships on a Sunday, and I pick it up on Monday. Um, that's as long as I get the order in prior to Thursday afternoon of the prior week. So, um, anyways, no big deal to me. It's just a day later. What's up, Erskine? Wink Master, hello. But I'll go ahead and get the box open. Erskine, while you're here, I have plants for your pond. So, uh, anyways, again, it's not a lot of stuff in this box, but as usual, we like to unbox it live so you guys see it as we see it. So we'll go ahead and get right into there. Um, I will. These are all water lilies. These are all hardy lilies. I got different variants of them. I forget how many I got in. But um, actually, instead of busting these bags open, I'm gonna show you because all of them, unless they bloom, all of them look very similar, and you cannot tell. But um, you cannot tell until you see the flower. Um, but anyways, they're on the website. Excuse me. We already uploaded the inventory, and then I sell them as assorted because I don't have the room to get all the variants. But that's not how I order them. So the first one we got is you may get a Texas Dawn. So it's a nice, beautiful, bright yellow. Hey, Aquatic Morning Show. Thanks for joining. We got the Albatross, which is a nice, big white lily. Really nice. This is one I haven't gotten in before. Um, Sounds kind of 1970-ish. So we got a little peaches and cream. This one is I'm not real familiar with this one, but the flower is a yellowish color, not real bright, but nice looking yellow. Hey, Lady Rorschach, Fishion. So we got a couple of those. I got more of the Sue in. The Sue is a changeable lily, so this will go from um, the colors of the the bloom will change as it matures. So it'll go from a yellowish to a pinkish color. So the Sue is a changeable lily. We got more of the red spider. I really like this one. Pretty cool looking red hardy lily. And what else did I get? These are like trading cards. So that's what I got. I got red spider, Texas Dawn, lemon chiffon, albatross, and peaches and cream. So that's the hardy lilies we got in this week. I have the availability to get in tropical lilies also. I usually don't stock them. But again, if there's something you guys are looking for specific, um, hit me up because I can get just about anything um, you guys desire. A lot of the pond plants, I will let you know, a lot of the pond plants right now are already sold out at the nurseries. So some of the marginals I cannot get any longer because a lot of the nurseries grow only a certain amount, and it's been pond season for a big portion of the country already. So by the time we're able to buy in because of the weather, um, some of the stuff is already gone. So I can tell you, like plants like the the Iris Louisiana, which is the black gamecock, I can no longer get that one. Sold out. I was going to get some more this week, but I can get the blue flag iris and a couple other ones. Trying to think of what else that I like to get that's out. I'm drawing a blank right now, but there's a few of them that they're already sold out for the season. What's up, Silver Creek? But anyways, let me get back into the plants. And again, we already have a bunch of other stuff in stock, so just check out the website, kjeaquatics.com, and you can see what we got. Oh, that's another lily. So, yeah, I got quite a few lilies. A bunch of them are already sold. I have people asking me over the course of last week to get in more lilies. So I think there's a few available on the website. I cannot guarantee the variety that you're going to get because some of these that already came in are going right back out. So anyways, these are a bunch of marginals. I'll get into those in a second. And anyways, let's start opening some bags. Red root floaters. This is a half a pound. That's how they sell them at the nursery. They sell them by the quarter pound. So I sell them by the plantlet, or not by the plantlet, by a wad. When you order red roots or like Salvinia or Azola, try not to rip the bag because it's gonna spill out everywhere. But I'm getting impatient, so I'm gonna cut the top off. So, anyways, when you get red roots from me, our order portion is going to be several plantlets. So these are nice, healthy, got nice long red roots. I only stock these seasonal because they actually do not do well for me personally indoors, but a lot of people are very successful with these indoors. They need decent light, so nothing too low indoors. I grow a lot of plants with LED shop lights. I don't do well with red roots inside, but outside, they're an excellent plant for your tubs. So I only stock them seasonally. So you won't be able to get these from me all year long. Just letting you know. Other people have them because they're more successful indoors, but it's not the easiest floater to grow indoors. So it's not easy like duckweed. Not saying it's like super difficult, but it's not as easy as duckweed. I'll just leave it at that. So excellent plant if you have decent light on your tank indoors, or put it in the tub outdoors and let Mr. Sunshine smile upon it. So red roots. I see my buddy Ryan's here. Ryan, I already told you I was going to give you some because I already have some outdoors. So I will include a few of those in your order free of charge. Not for the rest of you, though. I already just made a side deal with them. Elite Menagerie, hello. I'm just scrolling up. Did I say hello to Silver Creek? Hello, Craig's Catfish Cave. Lady Rorschach, thanks for joining. Again, I'm just scrolling to see if I didn't miss anybody, but we'll try to catch the aquatic morning show. Oh, okay, you're talking amongst each other. All right. Anyways, this one here, Sagittarius subdolata narrowleaf. This is a bread and butter plant for us. It's not dwarf Sagittarius, so it's going to get taller, but I sell the shit out of this, or sell the heck out of it, sorry. Um, so this is just a restock of Sagittarius subdolata narrowleaf. These came in immersed. If you watch my live streams before, the way you can tell Sagittaria is immersed grown, and don't fret about that because this converts easier than just about any other plant. It don't care if it's submerged or immersed, but I can tell you when it's immersed grown that it has at the tip of the plant it has more of a paddle, so it's wider at the tip. That's gonna tell you that it's immersed grown Sagittaria. But again, this plant converts super easy. This is a weed. It really is a weed. So plug it in your tank. It grows under most conditions. It doesn't care about the substrate, in my opinion. So you can grow it in pea gravel. You can grow it in sand. You can grow it in Eco Complete. You can grow it in the fancy BS substrates that you spend $1 million for. So do what you want with it. It just grows. It's a weed. All right. This is Lowigia palustris. This is a Lowigia species endemic to the north. So if you're lucky enough, you could probably find this if you're in the north, maybe in some of your local waterways. Just check your regulations on collecting stuff. But if you don't want to go out and get your feet wet, we could ship it right to your door. So Lowigia palustris, really nice Lowigia with higher light. It's going to get some nice coloring other than your basic green. Pretty easy plant. We grow this outdoors in our tubs. So this is another seasonal plant for us because most of our tanks indoors are not high light or most of them are low light. So we grow a lot of Lowigia outdoors seasonally. Not saying you can't grow this indoors. It grows perfectly fine, but it's going to need moderate to higher light versus a lot of the light that we have in our own fish room. So that's Lowigia. Again, does well indoors or outdoors. Just if you do it indoors, it's going to need a little bit higher light than your standard hood. All right, next up is dwarf water onions. I really love this plant. I don't see a lot of people pushing it, promoting it. This plant will do well in just about any substrate. We grow it here in sand. The plant that I keep, or the tank that I keep this in, is in a 20 long, but it'll do perfectly fine in a 40 breeder. I don't know how it does in a really deep tank. I don't know because I never grew it in there. I usually grow it in shallow tanks. Just because the shallower the tank, the plant will grow above the water level, and it'll flower above the water level. It won't flower submerged, but it'll flower. It'll produce a flower above the water level immersed. Really cool looking. You can find this plant on our website, and there's a picture of the flower that the picture of the flower is a flower that actually was produced in one of my tanks. So check it out. Dwarf water onion. I do suggest if you purchase dwarf water onion, don't just buy one plant. Though you could do whatever you want, but get several of them and plant them a couple inches apart. When you plant, I'll grab one. When you plant this plant, I also suggest that you just plant the roots and maybe just a tiny bit of the bulb. Don't plant it too deep because the little onion part may rot on you. So just plant it just maybe about a quarter inch above the root. Um, Maybe about half of the bulb. I'll just leave it at that. So about half of the bulb, put it in the substrate plus the roots. That's what I suggest. All right. Let's see what else I got here. This one's not on the website because I am going to try to convert this. This is actually a plant that's a pain in the ass to convert, but once it's converted, it's like a weed. This is water wisteria, and it's very common in the hobby. The only way I can get it is immerse grown, and if you ever tried to convert it, it's not the easiest to convert. So I didn't put this on the website. If you're interested in immerse grown water wisteria, you could find me many ways. You could message us on Facebook, facebook.com/KJE Aquatics. If you're on my friend list, feel free to message me on Facebook. Or you could email us at kjeaquatics@gmail.com. Or there's also a contact link on the website. So again, if you're interested in immerse grown water wisteria, hit me up. But I bought this. I'm going to put it outdoors, and then I'm going to convert it myself to the submerged grown. But this plant will grow immersed also. So you could grow this above the water line in your fish room. Just letting you know. And when it's immersed, this already has some flowers on it, if you can see here and here. So there's some purplish white flowers. So it will flower immersed. What's up, Alishan? Got any hornwort? Yes. Yeah, I got hornwort. It should be on the website. If it's not on the website, I have it, and I may have forgot to update the inventory. But I do have hornwort. Yes. Just if you guys want to ask me a question specifically, do me a favor and do the @ sign in front of my name, because then it highlights it, and then I can see it. What's up, Eduardo, my buddy? Thanks for joining. Anyways, it's pond season. You know it's pond season when I get in water hyacinth. Water hyacinths are excellent for your tubs and your ponds, but they're also regulated or invasive in many states. So check your local state laws before you order it. I know this is illegal in Texas. I know it is illegal in Alabama. I know it's illegal in Florida. It's probably illegal in Louisiana, so a lot of the Gulf Coast states, Arizona, California, but I don't ship plants to California anyway. So if you're a California resident joining us here today, we ship everything else except live aquatic plants. I do not ship live plants to the state of California because I refuse to comply with their stupid regulations and pay for their fees. So I'll ship fish there, I'll ship snails there, ship fish food there, I'll ship filters there, ship everything else there except live plants. They are a pain in the butt, and if you don't believe me, then you don't know what I've dealt with before. I've had this California State Agricultural Department calling me, threatening me before in the past, so I just told them adios. So sorry, California people. What's funny is I grew up in California from the age of 2 till I was 17, and no regrets on leaving that state. I can tell you that. So Anyways, water hyacinths, great for your tubs. You don't need a lot of them. I can tell you that you do not need a lot of them. If you have a 100-gallon tub, and that's a pretty big tub, so a 100-gallon stock tank, I would suggest you get 4 of these max, because they're going to grow. They grow pretty fast, and you're going to be tossing some out. When you dispose of these at the end of the season, compost them. Don't flush them. Don't put them in any of your local waterways. Just compost them. Get rid of them. A lot of people try to bring them indoors and grow them inside and overwinter them. You can try it. I'm not going to tell you not to, but I've never had luck because they need really high light above. I have a couple people that claim that they were able to overwinter them, but I don't know anybody personally that's like closely associated with me that's ever had luck with these indoors long term. But again, if you want to try. So, Alishan, you want hornwort? I have it, but I also have Egeria najas. So Egeria najas is the legal species of Anacharis here in the state of New York. This is the narrow leaf or small leaf Anacharis. This one is 100% legal in just about every state I know of. But its cousin or its sister or its brother, Elodia densa, is illegal in probably more than half of the states in the United States. So just make sure that you have the correct species of Anacharis. So this is Egeria najas, or the common name is small or narrow leaf Anacharis. So really good plant, grows very similar. Both of them grow very similar. So this is the version that I stock because it's legal in my state versus its cousin. So just make sure. A lot of places sell the illegal one unknowingly. Is what it is, but I try to stay within the rules and regulations that are set before me because I'm a business and I can get in big trouble if I sell stuff that's not legal. So anyways, yeah, Mel, tubs, I love tubs. Tubs are, I like tubs more than tanks. I'll just say that. All right. So, I already put a link towards the top in the chat for this plant here. We have some in stock right now, or we had some in stock, and I just got more, and that's because it's a pretty popular plant. And you have to look at it on the website and not right here because this doesn't do you any justice looking at it this way. You got to get it floating. You got to get it fanned out. But this is Lowigia mosaic. I can't pronounce the scientific name, but on the website, I have it spelled out what the scientific name is. It's like Lowigia sedoides or something like that. If I butchered it, I told you guys I'm a dummy. But this is Lowigia mosaic. Really nice plant. You could float this, or you could plant it in substrate. Do not submerge the leaves. I call it the star. When you see how it looks when it's fanned out, to me it looks like a star. Don't submerge that because it will die on you. So if you plant it in substrate, just make sure the top of the plant is going to be above the water level, and it's going to lay out and fan out over the top. But you could float it also, and that's how we grow it here. I don't put it in a pot or anything like that. It's just floated. Yeah, Canastillo said, mosaic plant took over my pond last year, which is not a bad thing. The plant is to me, one of the most beautiful plants that you could have in your ponds or your tubs. It's gorgeous. So yeah, Carol says she loves tubs more than tanks too. Yeah, the hobby is so much more rewarding outdoors for me. 100%. That's a fact. Maybe it's because, not saying you are, but maybe it's because I'm lazy. And when you guys do ponds and tubs, there's so much less maintenance, and you could have a huge variety of plants that you could grow, um, floating and then immerse, so you can have all your marginals, um, make it look really nice if you like. And the fish just respond and breed 100 times better outdoors. It's more natural for them. There's more natural foods for them, so you've got all the biofilm growing in the tank. Um, you don't have to put any substrate or anything in there. Some people do, but I don't. But you get all the biofilm growing around the side. Provides a lot of food for the fry. You got the bug larva. So the mosquitoes right now, my tanks, my tubs, I'm probably driving my neighbors crazy because I don't have any fish outdoors except for one tank, and I have one tub, and I have 8 other ones that have been set up now for over a month. So they're loaded with mosquito larvae. There's a bunch out there. You go in my backyard right now, and it's mosquito city. As soon as I start putting fish out there, they're gone. But right, like I said, I filled up the tanks, the tubs ahead of time to allow all that stuff to grow before I put my fish out in there. And it's still kind of cold to put out most species of fish, in my opinion. Here, I put out some wild swordtails a few days ago. I picked up a group of true Montezumas. So they're Rio Tamasopo or something like that. I forget. I have it written down. But they're true Montezuma swords, beautiful swords. A buddy of mine gave me a pair. I didn't have room indoors, so I put them in one of the tanks. Hopefully, they're still alive because those fish are badass. Beautiful fish. Anyways, Alishan says he uses the mosquito dunks before adding fish, and that's perfectly good. I should sell them just for convenience, but I don't. But you could find those. You could find the mosquito dunks at most of your home centers. Or Ace Hardware, True Value Hardware. You could find those, and they're not harmful to the fish. And if you have a small tub, you can break those dunks up. So I forget the brand name, Alisham, but you can go to your local home center, ask for mosquito dunks, and again, you could break them up for smaller tubs. They're not harmful to the fish or the plants, but they do eradicate the mosquitoes. But actually, Alishan, I like the mosquitoes, and I just deal with it, and I don't really care what my neighbors think. So that's just me. Because the mosquitoes are going to feed my fish. All right. So next up is Italian Vallisneria. This is another bread and butter plant, meaning I sell the crap out of it. Love this plant. You could do this outdoors too. So Vallisneria spiralis, and you've heard me say this before. The scientific name is Vallisneria spiralis, but this is not corkscrew. Italian Vallisneria is straight. This is endemic to the Rift Lakes of Africa. So if you're doing Lake Tang or Malawi's, this is a cool plant. A lot of your Malawis and some of your Tangs are going to eat it though. But if you're doing Shelley's or some of the other dwarf Rift Lakes, this is a pretty cool plant if you want a biotope. But it grows in other parts of the world too. Super easy plant, very popular. I take this, I grow it, I sell the crap out of it. But this is a plant. If you guys do if you go to local club auctions, and if you don't, you ought to find one. All right, you could message me, send me your location, and if you're in the Northeast, you could check out the Northeast Council of Aquarium Societies, and they have a whole list of legitimate real fish clubs throughout the Northeast, not just my general area, but all over the Northeast, which includes Alishan's Club, Bucks County. Um, but look for a local fish club. Local fish clubs are a lot of fun. It's a way for you to interact with other nerds um, in a one-on-one, not via online. And local fish clubs also allow you or give you opportunity to trade stuff and sell stuff. And talking about local fish clubs, you guys know we got the Keystone Clash coming up the end of September. I don't know the exact dates, but if there's a mod in here, maybe they could throw up a link for the Keystone Clash. That's the end of September. The Keystone Clash is put on. It's organized by two clubs that banded together. So you got the club in Lancaster, and then you got the Cichlid Club of York, PA, and they joined forces, and they started the Keystone Clash several years ago, and it's only grown bigger and bigger over the years. I know a lot of the fish fam are going to be there, including myself and my business. So I'll be there as a vendor, but I'll be there also as a member of the fish fam. So I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys that I haven't met in person before. Unfortunately, I have met Tom Alishan. I'm joking. So, but Tom's really cool dude. So I know Tom personally. I know Canastillo. He's going to try to be there, hopefully. I know Foxy's coming down. I know Dee Dee's going to be there. Scotty the Fish Freak, obviously, because he's actually one of the main people organizing it. There's going to be so many people there, like a ton of them. So, yeah, Monster Fish Gal, I need to make you a mod. I really do. I can't do it from my phone here though. So, Lori, Monster Fish Gal's going to be there. Like, there's going to be, I bet you there's going to be more than 30 people, probably well more than that, from the fish fam. So, again, we'll be there. KJE Aquatics will be there. We'll be there with a vendor booth. So be sure you stop by. If you don't know me, be sure you stop by, say hello, and buy some stuff. The Oink Masters, she'll be there. But yeah, again, stop by my table, say hi, and buy something. So I got to pay bills. So I'm joking. But if you buy something, I really will appreciate it. Eduardo should be there. 30 people, more like 100. Yeah. So, okay. So there you go, Eduardo. Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep up with all the channels, so I'm not sure who's going. I have a good idea of many who's going to be there. Stephen P is going to be there. Yeah. And Jenna's going to be there. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Hang out, have a good time, drink some beers, drink some sodas, whatever you do. Thursday, we'll be there Thursday. So it kicks off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I come in early Thursday. I get set up. It was nice last year because I got there real early. It wasn't crowded at all with the vendors yet. They got in the vendor room. Hopefully, I'm in the same area. Hopefully, I don't know how they're going to do it. But I was able to drive my vehicle right inside the convention hall and unload right there because there wasn't a lot of people there yet. So I drove my car right up basically to where my table was located, unloaded everything, put it on the floor, drove the car out, and then we set up for the show. And that was really cool instead of walking 300 yards each way with a box. Because I'm not bringing my trailer down there. I have a nice 5x8 trailer all decked out. KJE Aquatics looks really nice. But with the cost of gas right now, that thing it doubles my fuel consumption. So I'm not going to pull it. I'm going to fit everything that we'll have will be packed into a Subaru Forester. So, and pretty good. I've been to many shows, so I'm pretty good. You'll be surprised what I could pack in that car. So, but don't forget Dee Dee. Yeah, Dee Dee, definitely Dee Dee's going to be there. I'm just scrolling because I'm talking and I'm not reading the chat. We have Mike Master says we have 110 days until September 22nd. Excuse me. Sure do. Anyways, what I was saying, on Thursday, we'll be there early Thursday. Excuse me. I'll get our spot set up, and if I don't know the name of it, but right down the street, when you go out of the parking lot and you take a right, like you're going into town, take the road down. It's going to dead end into another road at the light, but like right there at that light, there's a tavern. I forget the name of it. If I was on my desktop, I could look it up real quick, but I'm on my phone. But anyways, what I'm getting at is last year on Thursday, it was wing night. So, and the wings were actually pretty good. So, if you guys, after I get set up, me and my boy, we're gonna head down there. But if you guys want to go as a group, we definitely can go. So if you're into chicken wings, we'll head down there. So Eduardo said his sister is going to be there also. I met her last year, and it was really cool to meet her also. It's a cool lady. If you guys don't know, my wife is Puerto Rican. Eduardo's Puerto Rican, and obviously his sister is Puerto Rican. So we have some stuff in common. And if you can see, I'm fat, so I like to eat. So we talk about Puerto Rican cuisine, making it, eating it, and whatnot. So that's a good thing. Patty, hello. Jenny Lynn. Hey. Let me see. I don't know who else. Hey, Keith, Lori will be there too, and Jenny Lynn, and Bruiser, and 97 other peeps. Okay, cool. All right. Anyways, let me get back to some plants. We're almost empty, but this one here's another bread and butter plant, meaning I sell the snot out of it. This is water sprite. I get the Indian fern variant. There's also another variant called lace, but I like the Indian fern better. These are a little bit on the smaller side, so I may adjust the price online. I ordered medium, but these are kind of small, so when I'm done here, I'll go adjust the price just because they're small. They're nice, healthy. These are rooted water sprite. If you don't know, water sprite is a versatile plant. Grows pretty fast, so it's good at sucking out the nitrates and other excess nutrients in the water. But you can grow it planted, and that's how the nursery grows these. So they're planted. You see, they're rooted. But you could also just take this weight off, and I have them weighted at the nursery just for retail purposes. It keeps it down in the tank. But you can float this plant also, and it's easy. So it'll float around, kind of. I want to say it's kind of like guppy grass, but it's not stringy like guppy grass. So it'll stay in clumps similar to what you see here, but it doesn't need the substrate to grow. Is what I'm trying to get at. So That's water spray. In the other variant, it just has a little bit different looking leaf. So the lace, same way. So they grow similar. This plant here is a floater, and this is fairy moss. And I'm just going to show you. You can go on the website and see it a little bit easier than what I'm showing you here. But this is a Zola. Um, this is small. It's a little bit bigger than duckweed. It's easier to control than duckweed. Looks 10 times nicer than duckweed. Doesn't grow as fast as duckweed, but you can control this a lot easier than you can duckweed. And I'm not really dogging on duckweed. I personally don't like it, but duckweed is very, very beneficial to your tank. I'll leave it at that. You might not like it aesthetically, but the benefits that the duckweed does for your tank are actually really good. So that's another thing. We don't sell duckweed here at KJE, but if you want some duckweed, always feel free to email me or message me. We give it away free. I see other retailers, other vendors, they charge for it. They usually don't charge that much, but I laugh when I see a dollar amount affixed to duckweed because it grows so easy, and I throw it away. That I would rather give it away than throw it away. So if you ever have a need or a want for duckweed, just message me and we can include it free with any other order. All right, so free. I don't even charge for the bag I put it in. 100% free. Ram's horn snails or pond or bladder snails too. I don't charge for those. I have them listed on the website at like 10 or 20 cents a piece. But if you message me, I'll give them to you free. I don't have a ton of them because I have puffers myself, and I have a lot of people that ask me for pest snails. So I really don't have a ton of pest snails to offer. So don't ask me for 100. Ask me. What I'm saying is, if you want some ram's horn snails, hit me up and say, can you send me some? And I'll dig around and I'll look to see what I have. But if you ask me, I've had people ask me, oh, since they're free, can you give me 100? I'd be like, I'm not wasting my time looking and counting 100 friggin' snails for free. I will, if they're out on the front of the glass or readily available when I'm bagging your order or packaging your order, I will gladly put them in a bag for you. But I am not going to hunt and hunt and hunt for 100 snails for you for free. So, just letting you know. So don't ask me for a specific quantity unless it's a small quantity. If you say, Keith, can I have 3 ram's horn snails? Yeah. But if you tell me 100 or even more than 10, this is what you're going to get. So, hey, Sandy. All right. Now let's get into the final bag and see what I got. I got some tall ass plants that are going to be a pain in the ass to ship. So what these really tall ones are, these are what's known as these tall ones right here that I'm touching. This is a pond marginal. This is called firecracker. So if you could see this, these grow these, and these all come in a 2-inch net pot. Trying to so they don't fall over, but they're in the 2-inch net pot. They're a pond marginal. You can grow these in your garden too, but they call these a firecracker because of the short red flowers, and these will produce these flowers all year long. These are a hardy marginal, so depending on your climate, they'll overwinter outside. Depending on your climate, like in my climate, you might want to overwinter them inside. And a lot of these marginals do like perfectly fine indoors. For the few months, they're really cold months. You could put a shop light right above them, so bring them inside. Just as long as you're your garage or your, you know, wherever you keep them doesn't like freeze. You know, they can get down into the 40s or high 30s easily, um, but you don't want them to freeze. So that's the key thing. So, anyways, this is all firecracker. That's firecracker. All right. This one here is a tank plant. So this is for your tanks. This is microsword narrowleaf. I stock this and sell this. I get a lot of people ask me for dwarf hairgrass. I personally have a heck of a time growing dwarf hairgrass. It does better in higher light with CO2 injection, which I don't do. So I stock microsword narrowleaf as kind of an alternative. It doesn't grow as low. You can't trim this like you do dwarf hairgrass. If you buy microsword narrowleaf, it's a really cool grass type plant. Plant it. I suggest you plant it, let it get really established. So wait till it roots and starts shooting out runners, so you know it's healthy, it's embedded into your tank, and it's taking root before you start trimming it. And when you trim it, you can't just like crop the top like you would your lawn. You got to cut these individual at an angle. So it's a lot more maintenance, but it's not going to grow much taller than this right now. So if you have a little tiny tank, that right now this plant's probably 4 inches, 5 inches tall. It's not going to grow much taller than that. So if you're good with that, good. This actually looks like really good in like a 40 breeder, and as the foreground plant. So 40 breeder is probably like my favorite footprint for a plant too. So if you're looking with that, if you're looking to do like a nice planted tank and you don't want to spend a lot of money on like a tank without a frame, the 40 breeder, and they're on sale right now at Petco. I hate Petco, but they have that tank sale going, and you can't beat that price anywhere else. Honestly, I can't. I could buy tanks wholesale. I choose not to because there's no reason for me to sell them, because my cost on a tank is almost as much as what Petco retails them for. So it's kind of ridiculous for me to even waste my time. But anyways, that being said, is what it is. Go to Petco, get a 40 breeder. I forget what they cost right now. 40 breeders probably, they used to be $1 a gallon, so they used to be, $40, but I think they're about 60 now, something like that. But the 40 breeder is like an awesome footprint for a nice planted tank. So, anyways, that being said, let's see what else I got here. Oh, these are pickerel. So this is pickerel weed. So these are blue pickerel. Pickerel is excellent tub or pond plant, and they come in a 2-inch pot. But this plant will grow perfectly fine. Take this out of the pot, dump all the dirt, and plant this in just pea gravel, and that's all it needs. You can grow it bare rooted actually, but if you want to put it in a pond basket, hang it in your tub, or set in your tub, this plant does wonders for maintaining water quality, and just put it in pea gravel. So this is one of the first pond marginals that I got. And I haven't been doing ponds for a long time, so I'm far from being an expert or even being like really knowledgeable. I just go on what I do. I started doing tubs probably 4 years ago. This is a pond marginal that did exceptionally well for me because I listened to what Tig Coletti said back then, and it works really well. So anyways, so that's blue pickerel. Pickerel. This is all pickerel. And if you see some of these come in and they're kind of cattywomps, don't worry about that. This plant, once you get it set, they get messed up in shipping. So this right here is going to die. I can't do nothing about that. But get it set. They grow pretty fast. So just long as you got like viable roots and a viable stem, it's not dead and brown. This thing is gonna grow, and once you get it in place, it's gonna grow pretty fast. Trust me on that. If you think I'm bullshitting, then sorry. What is that? That's another pickerel. So, and what else I got here? Oh, the last thing I got is iris, and then these are blue iris. That picture that I posted on the thumbnail, that's what this plant is right here. So that's your iris versicolor, which is the blue flag iris. I have a bunch of these growing in our flower garden out back. So if I run out of ones that are pre-potted, I could easily dig you guys some up because I have a pretty good amount. But one thing about the blue flag iris is that this is endemic all up and down the East Coast. So it's prolific in the Northeast all the way down into Florida. So it adjusts well for different climates, is what I say. And it's not invasive because this is one, again, endemic to the United States. So blue flag iris. All right, and that's all I got. Alishan says pickerel is a great filter for your tub. 100% fact. Again, and it doesn't need any special substrate. So just pea gravel is all you need. Again, it'll grow bare root too. So if you just put your if you have some way to just get a container and hang it in your tub, and you don't want to put any substrate, gravel, anything, you just want to grow it bare rooted, put it in there. You just got to affix it some way so the plant's not just floating around. Iris is starting to bloom. Yeah, that picture that I posted, Alishan, are some of the blue flag I have in my backyard. So that picture that's on the thumbnail, that's actually some plants in my backyard that I took. I took that picture the other day. So Mr. Ryan says on Petco, if you get the Vital Care for your fish, you get another 20% off. So 50% off stacked with the 20% off. That's good to know. That's good to know. So yeah, go to Petco, buy your tanks. Don't buy nothing else there. Buy your tanks, and then just come see me, and I'll sell you everything else for your tank. Except, well, I don't have substrate. I have sponge filters though. And I don't really sell mechanical filters. Not yet. I may branch off into maybe the CJ line. I'm not sure. I got a lot of other stuff going on. Oh, talking about other stuff while I got you here. This I brought on a brand new product line. Brand new. I just got it in, and I haven't blasted it out anywhere. So if you guys want to go to the website, all of it's not uploaded, but if you go to the website, and then at the top of the website, if you're using your a desktop or your laptop, you'll see the different categories at the top of the page. But if you click on Pleco Caves, you're going to get a drop down. If you search our website and search Easy Caves, EZY Caves, check it out. This is brand new to the United States. They're not Chinese made. They're not made in India. These are brought over. I brought these over directly from the factory from Australia. So these are 100% Australian made caves. Check them out. Really, really nice stuff. They have an optional stacking system. Again, I have it all coming, but I don't have the full product line uploaded on the website yet. But I have a bunch of the stuff already on there. So check out the caves. If you're into breeding plecos, these are the caves you want, 100%. They they're made out of composite. The inside of the cave, I should have brought one down here, but I didn't really plan on blasting it out. But the inside of the cave is textured to replicate a more natural environment, so it's not smooth like a piece of PVC pipe is. It's not smooth like a lot of the mass-produced clay caves. These are unbreakable. They're heavy, so they're yes, they're gonna sink. They're 100% fish, invert, everything safe. Um, Again, they have a removable back to it. So if you're really into breeding fish, sometimes it's hard to get the eggs out. So um, if you're breeding expensive plecos, you usually pull the eggs ahead of time because they're really valuable, and then you artificially hatch them. So if you're doing zebras or other fish that cost like a lot of money, you pull the eggs. Um, so the design of the cave is going to allow you to pull the eggs easy. Or if you ever bred any type of pleco before, once they hatch, all the young stay deep into the cave, and you're sitting there shaking the cave out trying to get them out, which causes a lot of trauma, stress, and whatnot. This here comes apart, and voila, super easy. But can we share the site around, Keith? Oh no, definitely, Ryan. You could share it. I just kind of did like a. I'm just mentioning it here, um, just because I got you guys here right now. I have it up on the website, so that product that's on the website right now is for sale. It is for sale. The caves aren't the cheapest, but they're also not super expensive. So they're $15.99 a cave. Um, there's a deal. There's a box deal where you can get 4 caves, and you save a little bit of money on there. And then there's the optional um, stacking system, which is nice because the caves slide on there. You could remove one individual cave at a time without having to unstack anything. So again, um, this is like game changing for pleco breeding. All right. Again, if you have just one show tank, one pleco, and you really don't care about breeding, this may not be what you want. But the caves are actually nice. They're cool. Um, they're not as fancy as the handmade caves that I was keeping, and I still have some of those in stock. But going forward, I'm not going to be um, dealing with them anymore. It's just I was getting a lot of breakage, so when I was getting stuff in, a lot of them were coming in broke, and I still had to pay for them, so they weren't coming in packaged well, and um, caused a little rift with the person making them. So done with those. It's unfortunate, but is what it is. Those are nice. They were showpieces. They were high end. So if you ever bought them from me before, they're nice, um, and very, very cool aesthetically, but not as practical as the Easy Caves for sure. Do I have any suggestions for pennywort in an all shrimp tank that melts with no rejuvenation? pH 8.1, Thrive liquid cornwort in the same tank is doing okay. Are you just floating? I suggest if you're not floating the pennywort, I suggest you just float it. So don't submerge it. Tea Jack on with your banana. That's my buddy Tommy. So I posted a couple shorts on our channel with a pisto and then beta macrostoma. That's Tommy's fish. So that's T Jack on. He's my resident nemesis, butthole buddy. But no, I said that wrong. He's not. I'll shut up. He's a butthole. So I appreciate it, Ryan. So I'm just scrolling. Uh, Again, anyways, yeah. Keith, do I still have any of the top? Oh yeah, I have a bunch of the big Chevy. I have the small Catapa that's on the website. I forget how many pieces come in a pack. So that's the small pieces, but the big pieces of Catapa bark. Hold on. Yeah, I have. I just went to grab one, so yeah, I have a bunch of these pieces. So this is Catapa bark. I don't know if I'm going to bring them in again, but I have several pieces similar to this. They vary in price and vary in size, so that's kind of why I didn't put them on the website because it's like driftwood. I also sell. I have a bunch of spiderwood in stock, so if you guys are looking for spiderwood, our prices are pretty good. Um, Depending on what it is that you order off the website, again, depending on what it is, because uh, I can combine ship. Um, so if you're interested in spiderwood, same way with the bark here, I can combine ship. Again, depending on what it is, because uh, shipping the driftwood sometimes it all depends. It depends on how I can pack it. So um, certain things are a pain in the butt to pack with other multiple items. I've had people want driftwood and then want me to add fish to it also. And it don't work that way because something's going to get damaged. Not the driftwood, the fish. And same way with plants. So if they want to combine plants with driftwood, again, it all depends on what it is. And I can figure out how to way to box it. So sometimes that's dealing with shipping certain things is, I don't know, if you it can be a pain in the butt sometimes. So oh, thank you, Ink Master. um, how long does the bark last? Dromy, I do not know because I haven't had any in my tanks longer than 6 months, but it's still there 6 months later. So I cannot answer that unless I pull some bullshit out of the air. So it'll last at least 6 months. I can tell you that. Um, but they're pretty nice. They're thick pieces. Um, they're really cool. Obviously, they're natural looking because they are natural. Um, but yeah, I brought these in with a good size order of other botanicals I got from overseas. Um, will I get them again? I don't know. They haven't sold well, but I haven't pushed them. So I brought some to shows and I've sold a few pieces, but I don't have them on the website. So obviously, if people don't see them, then I can't sell them. So, um, but they are what they are. They're not cheap. Like this piece right here. I mean, I could probably you'll get a discount too if you use one of the coupon codes. But I had this piece listed. This is listed at $14. It's just because of the weight and how much I bought it per ounce. Um, Price is the price. But this is a big ass piece compared to this is the Catapa that I bought that I sell pre-packaged. You could see this piece right here is way bigger than these little Catapa sticks, and then these retail and you could price compare too. Feel free to price compare. But this has like I think at least 10 sticks in there of Catapa bark. Um, this we retail for $5.99. So this piece being $14 is more. It's triple this size right now. So I'm just saying. So if you get, not saying you are, but if you think $14, wow, that's expensive. These are $5.99, and we sell the crap out of them. And it's actually a really good price if you price compare to our competitors that sell botanicals. Excuse me. So, all right. Jennifer Weaver, hello. Yeah, Jen, if you want to message me and you're interested in macrostomas, I could put you in contact with Tommy. I don't know what he has available for macrostomas, but he breeds them. I can tell you that. So, if you guys don't know, search. If you don't know what beta macrostomas are, do a web search on the beta macrostoma. It's I'm not really into betas, but the Big Macs are badass fish. Really cool wild type macrostoma. The males get like pretty darn big, and it's the males mouth brood the eggs, so their breeding habits are really cool. So they're not the macrostomas are not a bubble nester, right? They're mouth brooder. Pretty cool. Mini snakeheads, Mexicali. You're correct. They do resemble a snakehead. They really do. So that's a good analogy. So, oh, Sandy has Big Macs also. So that's pretty cool. KJE, I can't thank you enough for sending the bird's nest. Oh, cool. Yeah. So Wankmaster bought. I posted them on my Facebook page as just a special buy. I had a bunch of pieces of bird nest wood, pretty cool to do different aquascapes with, and I offered them out like a blowout deal, and she bought them. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal, I think. Wankmaster is like, it's something that I didn't stock, so I was like, the hell with it. Make room on the floor and get rid of them. So, but anyways, you guys, I appreciate you all joining in, and I actually gotta go ship some stuff out. I called dibs on the Monty juveniles. Alishan. Hopefully I get them. I don't know if they jumped out or not. I put them in the tub. I put them in the tub 2 nights ago, and then it got cold. So they're in a 110-gallon tub outdoors. Hopefully they didn't jump out. And then they're in the area where it's like got some high grass around it. So if they did jump out, I'm not gonna find them. But it's hard to see in the tub too, so I couldn't see if they're swimming around. So Mel, I have messaged me on Facebook. I have plenty of. I got several pieces of it. So yeah, if you want some of the bigger pieces of bark, they're all priced different because it's based on weight. Because that's how I bought them. I bought them based on weight. So it was per kilogram is how I bought them. I don't remember how many kilograms I bought, but that's how I bought them. Yeah, Alishan, don't. If I don't get fry, I know a good source that has some. So if I don't have any available, like in the summer, I know somebody that will, so I can put you in contact if you really want some of those. But yeah. It's the Zophrus Montezuma Rio Tamasopo, I think. I might be wrong, but I know they're Monties. But the location point was the Rio Tamasopo. If I say that right, Tamasopo, something like that. That's their location point. So really nice looking. If you go on the Facebook group that I started, that Albany area Facebook group, the picture Alishan for that Facebook group is a picture that I took of Tommy's fish probably, I don't know, several months ago. And I used that as the picture for that Facebook group for that Albany area Facebook fish group, whatever I called it. I don't know. I started it a while back, but that picture that's up there right now is the fish that I got from Tommy. So, and then, thank you, Monster Fish Gal. And anyways, I'm done. I went over an hour. You guys hanging out with me, much appreciated. I will probably get in more plants next week because I already sold a bunch of these. Alishan, I'll send you a link to that group, or Sandy can, because Sandy's a mod there. Again, it's a local group, but yeah, no, join it, please do, because then you can blast out your events for Bucks County there, and hopefully we can get some more people that are willing to travel a little bit. That's an issue too. I get people in the Alishan, I get people in the capital region that always complain that nothing's ever going on, and Sandy can attest to this too. That the hobby never has anything. Well, the MFers are lazy, don't want to do nothing. They just want to take. They don't want to help at all, and so yeah, this area is dead. And then I post up stuff that I go to all the time because I travel all over the place. And I go to stuff. I come down, hang out with you guys. It's really not that far. I go over to New England area, all of those places. It's really not that far. Chicopee's 2 hours from here. I go over there. No big deal. But then if it's 5 minutes from their house, it seems like the people in the capital region say it's too far. I get people that message me that are in Troy, which is 20 minutes away, half hour at the most. And I tell them I'm in Scotia. Oh, that's too far to go. That's what I say to them. But anyways, I'm just venting there. But yeah, please join it. If Sandy don't put up the link, I'll shoot you a link on Facebook, and then get everybody else from Bucks County to join it too. And then it'll be the Albany Bucks Facebook group. Fine with that. If I want to make a trip, July 8th. I don't know if I can, Alishan, because I'm going to the ACA in July. So I forget what date that is. It's later in the month. Sketty, take it easy. Thanks for joining. But I know it's not that early in the month, Alishan, but I got to get some stuff ready and get set for the ACA because I'm actually driving out there. So that's in Madison, Wisconsin, and then I mapped it on. I let Siri map from my house to Madison, Wisconsin is 16 hours, and I'm driving it. So I'm not looking forward to that drive. So that's 16 hours nonstop. So obviously it's going to be probably a 24-hour ride total because I got to stop, take a nap, get gas, get coffee, and whatnot. So that's probably at least a 24-hour ride. But is what it is. I'm looking forward to it because the ACA is the American Cichlid Association. If you guys have opportunity to go to it, they have probably the best speaker lineup, and not dogging on the Keystone Clash, but the ACA this year probably has the best speaker lineup that I've seen put together for one convention in many, many years. The speaker lineup is like pretty fantastic. So check out the American Cichlid Association convention in Madison, Wisconsin. I know Peplin and Foxy are going to be there, so they're signed up to work in the vendor room. I'm going to be there working for Fritz Aquatics, so I'll be there in the vendor room, not as KJE Aquatics, but I'll be there working for Fritz, just help talk about their products and answer questions, from the little that I know, because I tell you guys I'm a dummy, but yeah. And then Alishan says it's also the catfish convention. So it's the American Cichlid Association and whatever they call the Catfish Convention, and then they join at this event in Madison, Wisconsin. So it's going to be a big convention. There's going to be more stuff there than just cichlids. So don't a lot of people that keep fish, they hear the word cichlid and they think all those fish are mean and they don't want to partake with cichlids. And that's expand your knowledge is all I say. Cichlids is a huge, a very, very, very broad term of some really, really, really cool fish. They're not all mean. But that being said, there's going to be other stuff besides there. Again, it's a catfish convention, and there'll be people there with different live bearers and whatnot. But the main focus, yes, is cichlids and going to be different catfish because that's what it is. So, anyways, but I know Foxy's bringing the axolotls. I know she's bringing some to sell there. So there's going to be people in the vendor room with a little bit of everything. There'll be people there with plants. There'll be people axolotls. There'll be people there with, obviously different species of cichlids and different species of catfish. I'm sure there's going to be people there with different species of live bearers, bettas, all types of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty big. Again, check out the speaker lineup. I'm excited to go finally meet Chris Biggs in person. So yeah, Chris Biggs is going to be there. I talked to Chris online a lot, not a lot, but a lot enough, and get to meet my buddy Biggs in person. So I'm really looking forward to it. Ivan McCulchey's going to be there. I've met Ivan before. Ivan is a fantastic person and really knowledgeable. And yeah, Lawrence Kent's going to be there. I forget the whole lineup. It's big. Lawrence is really smart dude, a lot of knowledge, funny guy. Like the dude is, everybody loves him. It don't matter what views you have on anything in the world. Everybody loves Lawrence. It's just he's that type of person. Just a great individual. So anyways, I'm just rambling now, and I said I was getting off 15 minutes ago. But anyways, let me get these plants wet. I appreciate you guys joining, and it's early in the morning. Usually don't get a lot of people. I don't get a lot of people on my channel anyways, but I really don't care. I just do this to show it live, and then I could take this YouTube link and share it to other people. But anyways, gotta go. Peace, guys.